And we are YouTubing. And what a day to be YouTubing. It's a great day. It is a great day in Jamaica. Hello, everyone. Good night to you all. I trust everyone is in good spirits. And everyone is, doing them thing. If I can find a piece of glasses now, that would be great. I don't look like I can't find it. Here it is. Everybody good? Good night, good night, good night. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night. Good night, Donna. Good night, Paulette Morgan. Good night, East Portland. Good night, you all. Good to see you all. All right, let us see if we can do some YouTubing tonight here and see if we can accomplish some things. We have a few things that we need to accomplish and a few things to say, but let us get a few things out of the way because I have a whole long list, and every time I am planning to do something else pop up. So what I'm going to start doing is not to plan anything. It's just to play it by ear and see what go on. Good night to you all. So let us start the live nice and properly by first of all giving a big congratulations to Minister Favour Williams for she was magnificent today. She was magnificent today in her maiden presentation as the first female Minister of Finance, and I was proud, and she was great. She was just wonderful. And it took her about 25 minutes to find her comfort zone and to relax into what she was about to talk to Jamaican people. And she was wonderful. And did you see what she was wearing? You have to pay attention to what she was wearing. I don't know what the bottom is. It's a creamish color pleated skirt. I don't know how tall it is, but knowing Minister Williams in terms of her dressing, it maybe 2-3 inches below her knee, and because she's not wearing nothing on her knee or below or above her knee. But and the blouse looks like a Legends. Legends is a California brand that has a French connotation to it. Legends is a brand that is California, but it has French attitude about it. So that's what the blouse looked like to me. But she was looking fabulous. She was looking relaxed, and she was great. So congratulations to the minister. I listened most of it, about 1 hour and 48 minutes of it. I'm going to try to listen to the rest of it, or just let Michelle tell me what going after that, and see if we can come out with a few things that maybe that she has spoken about, and maybe enlighten the Jamaican people a little bit more about some of the things that she spoke about. I look forward to the Prime Minister's presentation, because after listening to what Minister Williams put out, my guess is the Prime Minister coming with the goods, and coming with the goodies. She was elegant, and her dress was classic, a very, very classic top, that black dress. And I'm telling you, parliamentarians, you should wear black more. Black is just, classic and elegant, and she is an elegant woman. So I want to big her up and big up our dress style and all the rest of it. It was great. It was good to look at. It's one of the thing is we must our leaders, when they're out in public or where they're in the parliament, they must be easy on the eyes. They must be easy on the eyes, because your dress say a lot about you. Your dress will also define how you speak and how you come across. And Minister Favour being a soft woman, because she's soft and elegant and precise, and she's methodical in how she carries herself. So they must dress so that we can look at them dress more often. So congratulations to the minister on her maiden presentation. When we're down in Westmoreland at border, one of the young ladies that sell there, and she's probably watching it now, because she told me she's going to start watching live, she was saying to me that she was glad that we have a female minister of finance, and I asked her why, and she said because women handle money better than man. So there you're going. Now I've started a new thing where I have to big up some people that I meet on the street, because there is this thing where I meet people in the supermarket, in the market, on the road, and people just, you say hello and them tell them watch you and them like what you're doing and them follow you and all the rest of it. But I never did normally ask people their name, which is very unlike me. But it just gone. But I'm fixing that now. I'm fixing that. So I want to give a shout out to Keith that I met in the supermarket on Friday. I met Keith and I met Miss Miranda. Those are two people I met in the supermarket on Friday. And I meet people in the supermarket practically every time I am in the supermarket. And the gentleman that I don't get your name, you did shout it, but you say you're watching, you're tuning in tonight. You were going into the pharmacy, Mulline's pharmacy, and I was coming out, and I was on the phone, and you stopped me and said, I know what voice says or something. A big hail up to you, to sir. I told you I would. I want to give also a shout out to Orlis Lawrence down in Orlis. I get your name right, Orlis, down in Lucy. Big you up. Big up Wormsy and Evan. Big you all up. Good night. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to spread the word. Hello to Evangelist Lorna Hutchinson as well. And Raquel and Ronaldo. There you go. Miguel, big up brother. Thank you for sharing that Westmoreland thing so far and so wide. God bless you all. Stay safe, all of you, and don't do anything to get in any trouble. So that's a big up. I want to also give another big up. Did you all watch JPU last night? Jamaica Politics Uncovered? That interview that Natalie did with Marlon Morgan, did you all catch it? Because if you didn't, you ought to. What an impressive young man Marlon Morgan is. I mean, JLP had these people hidden somewhere or something. How did us get clear and decide to make these people? Because Marlon Morgan is an impressive young man. And maybe you had him hidden somewhere. How did us bend down and get clear and make him? But the timing to have him out here as the chief spokesperson for the Jamaica Labour Party now, in terms of answering the risers, them and the Englishman, the timing couldn't be more appropriate. But I want to say hello to Mr. Morgan. You're a very impressive young man, and continue to do what you're doing. And remember that, don't forget, however, Mr. Morgan, that it's people you're serving. So always be mindful of the fact that you're here to serve the people, and you're doing a fine job. But catch the interview, it was very good, very impressive young man. Is there anybody else that I need to mention? Yes, big up Natalie, man. Jamaica Politics Uncovered, man. That was an impressive thing. The questions, the format, it was great. She is a great interviewer. Don't you agree? She is. She is a great interviewer. She is. And those are the fun part of the bigging up. Now, this is the Socrates funeral. I have nothing more to say about it, the Socrates thing, after now, and I really didn't want to tonight. But people say to me that I should say something because I was expressing my views on some other things in regarding to the funeral. I saw the pictures, saw his mother. Breaks my heart completely in pieces, because as I said, mothers should not be burying their children. That is not the natural order of things, and it is very heartbreaking for a mother to be burying her son, and it was sad to look at. Whole heap of people don't go to the funeral. I don't know if that is so much of a big deal because of who he was. and maybe him himself not big on the funeral thing based on some things that I can remember that him said. I don't know if him big on the whole funeral thing or he cares much about who turn up. But the fact of the matter is, where you believe that somebody died and for some, there was a time when that was the case, when people just show up at funeral no matter who the person who died. But as Michelle and I was talking yesterday, after observing some of the comments about the funeral and the attendance, is that maybe the last time a prime minister or a bigwig politician attended a funeral of somebody that is considered less as a person, you shouldn't go to the funeral for whatever reason, for the way they lived their life and when they were alive. And that was in the 90s, maybe 94, 95. I think that Mr. Olness himself went to some funeral. I think the last person to went to some bad man funeral was Michael Manley. I don't know. I don't see PJ. I can't recall PJ going to any, because I remember that the last person that went, the media made and the society made a big deal about it, and so they stopped going to these things. The reason why the people who don't show up at Socrates' funeral, but I mean, if all the people on social media that was talking about him in such a great way and attacking me for speaking the truth about him, if all of you had gone, it would have been a packed funeral. But you not going suggests to me that you yourself know that is not a good look on you to go to these funerals. Mark wouldn't go. The no officer of the party, well, I saw Dana Scott Motley, that she went, maybe she was the representing the party, because the party can also ask one person to represent them. I saw the mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, Andrew Swaby. I gather the mayor could possibly go to represent the whole council. I don't know what all of that is. But you cannot expect the officers and the leadership of any political party to attend a funeral like that. And to expect it means that you don't understand how outer road work in terms of politicians and burial of certain people. So would it be good if you assigned, say, a bad man or a big bad man or a wanted man who's a big man in the country and him dead, and the politician them take up themselves and go, how that would have look upon them? Them not go because they want to protect them image. That's why them not go. Them image is more important to them no matter what he did for them. And I must tell you that I find it kind of curious that so much of them never went. I find it curious that somebody like Aluna Samba would send an apology for that she can't attend, but she cock up herself a PJ something. She cock up herself a PJ something, she got that. And she being his most ardent supporter, she was like a chief supporter for him, which was an act. It's not that she loved him or she liked him. It was an act because he was now in their corner saying things on their behalf and supporting some candidates that they want him to support, and that was good for them. So she was like a cheerleader for him, cheering him on, and our friend, and refer to him as her friend. And what kind of friend are you? As somebody that you couldn't take a trip. You're not that important in the scheme of things. So you're not running for the office, hold an officer position in the PMP. You are the one out on social media basically bigging him up and friending him up, and you had him a colleague and Ray blah blah. You could have gone. But you shop yourself a PJ thing, him with film stick and you with yours. You could have gone. I was surprised, and I'm telling you, honestly surprised that somebody like Damian Crawford did not go. Is it that him trying to protect his reputation too? So all the things that I did not say in my video, but the headline, the title of my video said it all for me. Could it be construed that who don't know all of them things there, and everybody agree with all them things there, and everybody know that those things are true, and so nobody wants to put themselves in a position where they are there. And but I don't think anybody would have beat up any other if we didn't go. Damien, Raymond, we didn't have a seat yet. We don't really, I don't get it. Would have to forgive me, but I don't get it. Because if it's my friend, and he is a thief and a murderer, and I saw that his mother is still alive, may I go for back up in mother. That's the reason why I would have gone. That's the reason why a Samba should have gone. That's the reason why Raymond and Damien, who him in a back up, and Dawes and I don't know if the Woodbines were there, I can't speak to that, should have gone. Not for him, but his mother. Listen, his mother was there, and you don't want to go, and you could have easily made the case that you're going to lend some support to a mother who just lost her child. No mother should be burying their child. It is the children who must bury their parents. That's a natural order of things. So it hurt, no matter what relationship she and him might have had. But it hurts. And we should have gone back up in mother. It also surprised me that those who went, I never see any picture with them comforting the mother. Because, I mean, the only reason to have gone to a funeral like that is to back up the mother. And give her some comfort and let her know that, you know, I knew him. You could say, I knew him, and me and him we cool, and we hung out together, and I want to tell you how sorry I am. It would have been a big deal, a great thing for one of you, or all of you, to have gone to say to the mother, we know him, you know, and we and him used to roll. And I think it's disgraceful. I really do. But I do understand also why you would want to go, because your image and perceptions and all of that. But I mean, none of them really have no good image. You know, hang out with Mark. You know, hang out with Mark Golding. Look at what Socrates funeral. You know, hang out with an Englishman who sold out betrays party and everything that Norman Manley believed in, and couldn't go to Socrates, you know what I mean? Socrates did back him up after a while, after him said that we must do nonsense and we can't sell him, because if you sell him for half price, somebody don't want to buy him. Who should go the whole of the should go? Because we not hang out with Mark. Mark worse than Socrates. Yes, the whole of the should go. Go. Not for Socrates, but for his mother. I want to hang out with Mark. I want to square that. I don't want to square that. You know, I go a Socrates funeral because he was a despicable scoundrel. He was a lying thief, a crook. It was this, it was that. And you're not going because he had a reputation. You don't want to be associated with that reputation. But you're not going. But you hang out with Mark Golding, the Englishman who betrayed his party, sabotaged his party, stole a leadership race, making a disgrace of himself every day. Every single day. I would hang out with him. Wouldn't I say something wrong with that? Seriously, wouldn't I say something wrong with that? But him dead, him gone, him buried, and all along when I make up nice on social media, and I comment, and I go on like I don't want to comment up and even up on yourself with me. And one of these days I'm going to call up somebody name and bust up some liberty for just for the sake of it, just for the fun of it. I need to rank. Go up on my page and I chat about this and that. And I'm gone now, and everything good, and there you are. So that's it for that. I sincerely hope that his mother will find comfort in the fact that Jesus is still Lord. And as far as God is concerned, the only one that knows what he's doing is him. And him like it that way, fine. So I continue to pray for her and express again, because I'm sure one or two people point out this thing to her, to her that I'm truly sorry. Truly, truly sorry that you had to bury one of your children. It's not a good thing. Um, it's not a good thing. I don't want to be in that position. And there's one number may have, and I don't want to be in that. I don't want ever to be in that. She must bury me, not me bury she. So there you have it on that. So we can move on now to some other things. Now the other day I saw a picture in the newspaper posted by none other than the PNP candidate, the Rice candidate for Central St. Mary, Central St. Mary, the young fellow named Omar Newell. Now, him post the picture with him, the pedophile, and a whole heap of other people standing on the steps of the leader of the opposition office with the High Commissioner to the European Union delegation. And I look at all it. It is clear to me that this was a breach of protocol. Who are these people that were posing with the EU High Commissioner, the head of the delegation of the European Union? Who are these people who met her in the office of the leader of the opposition, had a meeting with her in the office of the leader of the opposition, in the Connecticut a ball and a complain and a crying and going with all kind of things, in the perform over there because he never like whoever say a go on and a bad like him and a bad love him and him a ball. So he never there to meet with the woman, and she ended up meeting with a bunch of political riffraffs. And I don't mean a disrespect to the young women and men that were in it, the so-called junior spokespersons. Not unu me attack. Keep yourself out there because unu wouldn't be there unless the pedophile Leighton call you, and Omar Newell. Them two they call you. It is a breach of protocol, and I have sent a very pointed letter to the EU delegation expressing my disgust and disappointment in the EU delegation for having not known that they are meeting with political operatives and not government or opposition officials, because they are not opposition officials. None of them don't sit in the parliament. None of them don't sit in the Senate. Not one of them should be meeting with the European delegation without a parliamentarian and a senator leading those discussions. What the hell could they be talking to the European Union about? Having not been in the parliament, them not parliamentarians, so them can't talk about policies. They are not senators, so them can't talk about policies. Them can only talk about policies from a perspective of being opposition riffraffs that are run for office and trying to be something. I don't know who organized these things, but I am sure the European Union will never ever make that mistake again. I am sure that when she answers me, she's going to assure me that that was not what, because I gave her a way out in my letter to her by suggesting to her that maybe her people didn't properly vet the thing, find out who are these people that is going to be hosting them, and what position these people hold. What could they be possibly saying to the European Union about government policies as against what the opposition is proposing? What? Because they're not in the parliament and they're not in the Senate. The only thing that Leighton can speak about is where he intend to put on tax on food or whatever it is he intend to do. But they could not, and the European Union, based on my knowledge, them can't even report that meeting as a meeting with the opposition, and I'm sure they probably had one with the government as well. But they can't even report as a meeting with the opposition because it was not a meeting with the opposition. The opposition is in the parliament. The opposition are parliamentarians and senators. You can't be meeting with a bunch of riffraff, a pedophile included in one, a traitor included in one was down there undermining Dr. Guy day and night, bunting. I could not have written that letter to her without pointing out to her who these people are, particularly Leighton and Newell. I had to. I couldn't have no choice. So I'm going to explain myself if I write to her to tell her that she met with the wrong set of people, and her people should in future make sure they take the time to find out who these people are that you want to meet with. And them have the gall to post it up and post it in the media. And the media, whichever media house it is, them just take the picture and post it and put it out. Those things that matter to them. Most media would have known what the protocol is either the opposition leader or the spokesperson on foreign affairs, who both are in the parliament and can speak and answer to something that the European Union delegation might ask regarding to what government is doing. So it's either him or the witch, and if not them, then he should have organized a delegation of people from the parliament and from the Senate. But instead of doing that, he organized a group of riffraffs to go meet with the people them and present themselves to the people them like them in charge of something. And well, those of them in charge of nothing. It was an enormous breach of protocol. And so the protocol department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs need to send the leader of the opposition office some documentation so they can understand how this thing works. Because that will not stand. And when she well, I doubt she will report it now after me writer, because me never mince no word. I can tell you, never mince no word about what I thought about it. I didn't beat her up too much because her people should have known the same way the Prime Minister's people down in Manchester, the presentation of the House, should have taken care of that matter with Michael Phillips and his opponent before the Prime Minister get there. There are certain protocols that needs to be followed in certain things. And this matter of the European Union, the European Union is a part of our international support. I mean, is a diplomatic relationship we have with them as a country. And as a country, we deal with the diplomatic relationship, government, opposition. And then there are some other groupings and stuff that works with places like the mayors can deal with the mayors from cities and towns across the world, and so on and so forth. And then people can build relationships from meetings and and stuff like that. I'm going to take my time. I need to slow down because this thing still not leave me yet. Let me slow down a bit. So it's bothersome to me. And so I wrote to the European Union and I spoke to them about it. And I was not harsh or disrespectful, but I did mince a word with her at the point out to her who all of them people there was and what they are. I got great. I was very, very, very candid with all of it. Because I think she needs to know for future. So that when she can meet with them, she can, know who these people are and stuff like that. Now, I want to say a simple thing about the Portmore thing before we get into all the other big things. The people of this country have black people in general, they have a knack of working against their own self-interest. Black people have a way of demonstrating, in some respects, the things they do that is not beneficial to them, but they do it anyway because they feel some kind of obligation to a person or a party or a group of people, and they do these things. So I want to say to the people of Portmore that still run up their mouth and going on with all kind of things, and I am, because a number of you asked me, how come me not say nothing about that? And how come me not say nothing about that? But you want me to say something about it in terms of the government shouldn't do it. So I told you that I'm going to say something about it. You should listen, because this is what I'm saying, and I want you to understand me when I say this. I am me as I am. I am me as I am. I will always be me as I am. Huh? You can beat me, you can jail me, you can even kill me. But I will never be the me that you want me to be. And those are words from Stephen Biko. Stephen Biko said those words. Maybe I don't have it exactly right, but that's basically what he was saying. The government can create a parish if they so desire. That foolishness of Tony Hilton attack, you don't listen to him, Makwashi lawyer, you know, really know what I do. He just have a law degree, you know. Because he is the only lawyer I know when I make the money from being a lawyer. The only lawyer I know when I make the money from being a lawyer is Tony Hilton. So nobody should listen to him. But you, the Portmore people, who are asked me, when I say nothing about it, listen to me carefully. The government can do it. The government is not breaking any law. The government is not subverting any constitutional requirement. They have covered all of that. And what they are doing, they could do it without consulting with you. They don't need to consult with you. But you know, it is politically prudent, particularly in this time, that when government are going to, you know, impose something or do something in our community, it would be political prudent for them to have discussions with the people. So they did. They had discussions with you. Uno tell me so. That they did them come down there and them explain to Uno, and Uno and them talk and them tell Uno where they are going to do. They did that out of courtesy and respect to you, because sometimes the government know that we don't understand some of the things and don't read the law. Well, most of we don't, and we don't know what the law is. So we quarrel about things that we don't know. And so the government never have to consult with them, but they did. They did. After consulting with you, Una head still tough, because Una like to work against Una best interest. So what happens after that? You all got together and let some look a fool man, we are hold on to fill in power and don't give a damn about you, get you all together and give you a placard and invite you to come a road and go in the chamber and chatting all kind of things against your own best interest. Why would you do that? You do that because you have this mentality that you must obey the dog in the orange shirt. Because if them send a dog in an orange shirt, me go support him. And that is your argument. That is your mentality. So when something good is happening for you, you always make some little people come and turn you against your best interest. Why do you want to see me talk to? Because me know that listen, who will call me. When I ask you, I ask at least 4 of you, what do you know about this? You don't know nothing except what the masters from the Portmore mayor's office tell you, and with the people that we are run for political office, what them tell you don't really know nothing. Nothing to know. And you don't want to know nothing either. And that's a sad truth about our black people. You always work against the best interest. You always vote against the best interest too. Because the CM said to you that making all this noise about the Portmore thing and going on with all your thing with all of these masters pulling on a string, you intend to vote against the best interest. That is what the intention is. Why? Because you don't have this warped, crazy idea on the head that if PNP send a dog in an orange shirt, they'll vote for you. And where that leaves you, where that leaves any of you about that, you in Portmore may talk to, where that leave you, where that leave at your new parish, where you're going to get new hospital, where you're going to have land space to do other things, because it comes with that, your best interest. And the people that who are putting up to be against your best interest are people who are working for their best interest, which is their political power, which you give them. So them grab it up, give you $1,000, count up in one place, do some placard, make some noise, quarrel all in the want against to the own best interest. Who not quarrel for? Because not uno. It's not on the children, it's not on the grandchildren, it's not on the community. Uno not quarrel for the small businesses that are going to benefit. Uno not quarrel for the new hospital we're not going to get. Uno not quarrel for the new fire station we're not going to get. Because uno don't know. And the man them we are leading, like it just find that uno don't know. So them can tell you, this no good. We don't want this. The labor, they might try to do this and they might try to do that. Whose interest they might tell you that for? Because it's not for you. That is not for you. The interest that they are protecting is their own, their power, their position, whatever it is that them have or they need to have. That is what they're protecting. It has nothing to do with you. The only purpose you serve is to help them get there by working against your best interest. You see it, my dear? Do you see it, my darling? Tell me, I know you're going to call me, but do you see what I'm saying to you? It's like the whole country is the same thing. That you must understand. Black people vote against their own interest. Poor people act against their own interest. And it's time for UNO to start asking why. Why? Ask them why we should go to make all this noise about the new parish that we're getting. We don't own fire station, our own hospital, and God knows what else going to come with it after this budget group of money that a Minister Favor just announced today. We're not thinking. We're make them brainwash you into believing that whatever they say is in your best interest. And I'm telling you, it is not. Think for yourself. Wonder aloud for yourself, because thinking and information and knowledge is about wondering out loud. Just walk out. I wonder why they might do it. Let me ask somebody, why you think that? Why you think this? I really want to get me one hospital? Where I get one fire truck? I lie. True? Where I get land space, a gas station and land space for probably new school? Tell me, a true? Tell me the man a true, yeah? We have land space for businesses, probably even an arcade, probably a bigger plaza, something. Ask, wonder out aloud, and find out if that is good. Just ask. And since I'm on this topic, let us just roll it then. Let us just roll into all of the other things. We're going to tell that, but let's just roll it. Shout out Danny for me now. Danny Lawrence on Westmoreland, because a whole host of people calling me from Eastern Westmoreland. 1 and 2 people said that, why Danny in the place, Danny come in the place. I've been under that can cut it. So I want to tell Danny tonight. And I want to tell you the people of Eastern Westmoreland as well. So Danny, listen to me. Eastern Westmoreland might not be on Mr. Holness's seat winning list. The ones he need to continue to be government. It might not be. So, the question then, Danny, is, what are you going to do? Are you fine with that? Because it's my problem with you, Danny. I'm a problem with a whole heap of Jamaicans. You, Robert Chin, Robert Chin that make Bunting down there a dig hole and a plant tree. Here's the problem with you. Danny, I'm going to shout up and link up Danny. Me never watch him. He watched last week. He might watch him. Danny, are you patriotic enough to understand what we are talking about when we say that we cannot afford to have Leighton in our eastern Westmoreland? Do you understand that, Danny? Do you understand that it's going to take great patriotic effort on your part to mobilize the people to say, no, we want to protect our children. We don't want Leighton down here. Do you understand that, Danny? Hey, Danny, do you think this is about you per se? You being MP, or you don't care because it don't look like Mr. Oldest have you on him list? What is it about, Danny? Do you care about the people of Eastern Westmoreland who elected you in 2020, Danny? Do you have any ounce of caring for the children of Eastern Westmoreland? Enough care that you want to step up and you want to get up and you're going to say, come here or I water. It is my patriotic duty to protect the kids, the children of Eastern Westmoreland. Do you get that, Danny? You look at two little trip them where you make the places them that people calling me about. That way cut it. That way cut it, Danny. That not going to cut it at all. That already. It's going to be up to you. And you, the people of Eastern Westmoreland, who quarreling with Danny too. So it's a two-sided thing. Because you have a choice to make. And that choice is going to be, are you willing to vote against your own best interest? Yeah, you're quiet about the road. The road is not a big deal in this right now. I know it's a big deal, and not diminishing the deal that it is, and how big a deal it is, but I'm telling you that there are greater things at stake here. So you have to think, and you have to wonder out loud, is this a good idea? What should I do? Should we really let this guy down in letting him in our communities? Should we let loose Leighton, who lost his seat in Northwest St. Anne by over 2,000 votes because of all the nastiness when we down there do? Should we, the people of Eastern Westmoreland, let him in to our community and put our children at risk? Uno matter, Eastern Westmoreland. The PNP people there in particular, but down there talk about, you know, the same one, if them send a dog in an orange shirt, you can vote for that dog. And I find it so degrading, because dogs are great people. Although me I'm blessed now that they're on good terms right now, because we have a breach of trust. But you can trust dogs. I mean, the dog in the orange shirt, is him going to have, or going to give Danny, or Danny going to take the opportunity to get a next chance? What is it you're going to do? When are you going to understand? And you know, if it wasn't bad when it was black men running for office and the parties being led by two black men or two Jamaican, it wasn't that bad. But now you are faced where you are faced a situation where the leader of the People's National Party is a British-born white man who tricked everybody about his status as a British-born white man, who said I'm going to I give up the citizenship, but him I really need to give it up, and him never give it up. I wrote to the Home Office to find out if him apply for that. I'm sure I'm going to get an email soon, because we don't believe that he has applied to give up that citizenship, because him tell us that him don't want to, and we've been telling you that him don't want. So think about this. Think about this. Do you want to vote against your best interest of having a Jamaican man represent you? A black Jamaican man from Eastern Westmoreland, other than to have Leighton, who lost his seat in St. Anne because of his nastiness, and then like a runaway rooster landed himself in your parish, and you're rejecting him now, just like a rejected cock, according to the young man. What is it you are going to do when you and Daniel will come together and do? You're not going to vote against the best interest? Because some man in an orange shirt, the dogs them, in the orange shirt telling us say, we could get rid of Mr. Oldness and we could vote for PNP because a PNP and a PNP. Them not tell you why, you know. Because, but then again, you kind of figure out your own reasons as to why you want to do that. But you hang up on this thing about the dog in the orange shirt. Voting against your best interest, riling up and demonstrating against your best interest because you don't have the facts and they don't want you to have the facts because they want to keep you ignorant and they want to keep you dunce and they want to have control of you. That's the whole thing. And the people who supported Mark Gold, you know, like Matalan and Chris Bignell over Tankwell, them man there, when I like black people, not speaking about Matalan, I don't think the Matalans them not racist, but the Bignells them are big racist them. Them don't like black people, period. And a them man, they back up the white British man. And you want to vote for the dog in the orange shirt. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you as black people? Huh? So Danny, you've ever gone off into all kind of things now. The calls that I'm getting about Eastern Westmoreland. When we got on to Eastern Westmoreland the other day, I didn't want to say this first, but let me tell you this, man. The damage that we do down there to Leighton, the damage that we do down there to Leighton. You saw quick him fly down there? But that can't help him. Because when Karen Cecilia go into a community or go into a parish and talk to voters, nobody else say will make any difference when them come. Nothing. They believe me. They trust me. And they believe me. And I'm telling you this. We did so much damage. I can't imagine all the damage that Michelle and Princess do to him ratted over one next section. And fly gone down there. Now walk up and down with them two people them because him is the big dog in the orange shirt. And he want to tell people that they could get rid of them man, so support me, the big dog in the orange shirt. Because me's a dog and me have an orange shirt. I would prefer a dog in an orange shirt than a decent man to represent us. And that is the vision him selling. Una bite? Can't all let this up to Uno, you know. We're not telling no what to do, you know. You got to point out to Uno what the choices are. And only should operate as people and stop operate like slaves. Because Uno slave mentality kicking in high gear, Uno operate per 100 now. Because it's a white man lead, you know. So even back in the day a couple years ago when we operate about 50 or 45, now the 100. Because the white man we are leading, you know, who is the top dog in the orange shirt. And that's where we're at. Thinking for some strange reason that this is the way to go. Because that's what they tell you. That's what they told you. So you the people in Portmore, when you get to the act together, get to the act together, man. When you stop listening to them buffoons there, we are trying to protect them local position. Councillors and mayor. The mayor want to remain mayor so he can run for mayor. And the whole lot come vote. We are going to vote for mayor. Yeah, man. We are PNP. We are going to vote for the dog in the orange shirt. Voting against your best interest. Your very best interest. I want to thank you all of you who sent me lots of remedies to get rid of this thing. And I should tell you that I laughed. And I said to myself, I said, all right, I'm going to combine all of them remedies and take them. I dropped down there. I didn't do that. But I thank you for your suggestions. And it was, you know. So there you have it with that. With the Portmore thing that spilled over into the Eastern Westmoreland thing. Because I'm still hunting down Danny. I want to hunt down Danny because Danny's a decent black man. And decent black men should represent decent Jamaicans. Don't you agree? Eastern Westmoreland? So because you don't see, and him tell us that the council for the fix the road, you go with the dog in the orange shirt. God help you. Only God can help you. I'm telling you, with all of that. Now, in between June 2015 and November 2016, Donald Trump in June 2015 came down that golden escalator, went to the podium and introduced himself to the American people. What they saw was Trump, the braggadocious businessman. What they saw was the Trump sign. What they saw was the apprentice. What they saw was billionaire. What they saw was a purebred white man with a purebred white family, except Melania. Because Melania come from somewhere else, purebred white. And try as they may, a couple of people tried for a brief period to say this is not who this man is. They were unsuccessful, largely because it was half-heartedly. So Trump steak, Trump rum, Trump vodka, Trump golf clubs, Trump university, Trump shirt, Trump shoes, all kind of thing named Trump. And they bought it, lock, stock, and barrel. When a few media personalities try to unravel it for the dunce American voters then, when them try to unravel it, them never gain no traction. Because the elite media, like the David Brooks and them people there, that elite media group, Washington, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the New York Post, all of them, they got together and they said, well, he has been a fixture in New York life for a long while, and everybody know that he's this, braggadocious, unrepentant, 3-time married, 5 picnic with 3 women. This is it. But yes, he have all those faults, and them talk, and the evangelicals them, yeah. Yes, he has all these faults. They beat it on because you should get married. He married and divorced 3 times. It never matter to them because we believe that when he becomes president, he will act differently, behave differently, and we should give him a try, give him a chance. That thing Jamaica used to say, well, we'll give the next man a try, because a man not go out with nothing. And lo and behold, what happened? They gave him a try. And he showed them exactly who he is. And then they voted him out. And between 2021 and 2025, he turned up the volume. 2024, he turned up the volume to expose to them exactly who he is. He never hide it. He tell them. He never hide it. He demonstrate it. He never hide it. Nothing. Make them know how him feel. Not really exactly like black people would really into nothing with the Latinos. Them no. We just think all gay people should just get shot and boy we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and all kinds of crap. And then they once again voted against their best interest. And I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about the black people and the Latino people and the Arab people. Them they are talking about. Those who come from the Middle East, those who come from South America, those who come from India. Oh yeah. They once again, having all the evidence in front of them, they went and they voted against their own best interest. And that is what Mark Golding trying to now get you the Jamaican people to do. You the people in Eastern Westmoreland. You the Portmore people. They might try to get you to know to vote against the best interest. Tell us, give this white man a chance. I'm white. And him, come from Britain and him is a white man and he's a British man and let us just give him a chance. Yes. And that is what they're doing. And Uno, like the buffoon, fool black people that Uno is, buying it lock, stock and barrel. Buying it out there with a placard and demonstrate against their own best interest and the future and the pit them and the grand pit them. Because some man and some orange shirt telling us how to do it. The dogs them in the orange shirt so how to come and do it. Go right ahead. Go and do what you want. Because your freedom of choice. Go do what you want. Go F around. Because you will undoubtedly find out in due course. Immediately. Mr. Trump is just about 50 days in. And I mean, everybody find it out. And pretending as if nobody ever tell them. Some go as far as say, why they never know? Nobody ever tell them. That is what you don't want to be. That the day, 2 or 3 days after election day, when you let Mark go in and then start saying, nobody ever tell you? And we never know. And how come we never hear this? That's where they're at. Because we have some little lingering argument about voting for the dog in the orange church. And we can't say we never did one. Anybody know this man named Carlos Dailly from the Jamaica Patriotic Movement? I don't even know what that is. Last time I heard about these people, I think them get about 5 votes or 6 votes. But Mr. Carlos Dailly came out the other day. Why? I can't tell you how I laugh. I laugh till I nearly dead. And every time I read it, I just kept laughing. Because here is Mr. Carlos Dailly announcing to the Jamaican public that he's endorsing Mark Golding and the PNP. He's endorsing them. Now somebody need to tell Carlos that endorsement don't mean nothing down here, sir. We don't even know what that means, quite frankly. When you endorse somebody, if you endorse a party, you must be able to carry at least 1,000 votes to that party from somewhere. Just one constituency. One constituency. You're going to endorse the party. You have to either, let's say, I don't know where Mr. Carlos live, Mr. Dailly, Carlos Dailly. I don't know where he live. But if you're going to endorse the PNP, he must be able to deliver 1,000 votes from the constituency where he live for the PNP. But I don't believe Mr. Carlos Dailly can do that. But the thing that got me going with Mr. Dailly is that he lists himself as Harvard University trained financial Harvard University trained financial analyst. And I've been racking my brain, what the hell is that? Where did I know what that is? Why I think it was necessary to tell us that it was a Harvard University trained financial analyst. And him endorsing the PNP, him and him 5 people them, with him 5 votes them, endorsing the PNP. And then he said, according to the newspaper, that his endorsement of the PNP is conditional. And that kind of perked me up too. What does he mean by that? Because Mark Governor promised all kind of people Senate seat. He's supposed to run to Senate seat by now. And all kind of position and head of this and head of that. He's supposed to run out of position by now. But Mr. Dailly says that it's conditional support. I am reading that to be that there is a condition to the support. May I endorse you, but you have to do this. May I endorse you if you do that. So, we need somebody to start asking Mr. Carlos Dailly. But I'm going to ask him, I'm going to make him him come insert himself in this, I'm going to make him popular. I'm going to make him so popular that I'm going to wish him never come endorse nothing. Because him is a Harvard University trained financial analyst. I don't know what that has to do with nothing. Harvard University trained financial analyst. Michelle, maybe you can figure it out. Tell me, what is that? You know, him just sit down looking very cocky in the picture about him endorsing Mark, and it's him endorsing the PNP, and it's a conditional endorsement. But him never tell us what the conditions are, and if him can't deliver for 1,000 votes from which part him live, then Carlos, you need to go in, man. You can't go back in before I start make you famous, you know, but I'm going to make you famous just for that foolishness about Harvard University trained financial analyst. Just for that. That should make you famous. But I want to know, Mark, promise you, because if you take yourself serious as a man that leads a party of 5, then you should tell us what is it, what the conditions are that you lay out for Mark, so that he can understand that you are supporting on these conditions. You should tell us, because we don't know. Do we know? I don't think we know, you know. I'm trying to find if there's anything that he was saying that him conditionally lay out anything. No, I never lay out crap. I never lay out nothing. Just said conditional, and we don't know what the condition is. So there, we have that with Mr. Carlos Dailly, Harvard University trained financial analyst. I don't know. I don't know. I need to take a breather. No? There we go. All right. No. Boy. Lord Percy. Percy. Lord of mercy, Percy. Soon get to you, Percy. Soon get to you. There's a young fellow on social media that called himself Dre Brian. And I was supposed to have dealt with him last week. But I didn't. I got so caught up with other things. Michelle, you're supposed to put the thing on the live, please, if you want to put it on the live. I got so carried away last week that I totally left out Dre Brian out of the discussion. And so I thought that tonight would be fitting to address Dre Brian. So Dre, I know you're watching. So I want to talk to you a minute. So get close. Come up close. Like we'll have a heart-to-heart with you. Come and talk to Auntie Karen. Because I am inclined to totally knock the keys out of you. Believe you me, I'm inclined. And I have the goods to knock the keys out of you. But you're a young fellow. And every PNP that I have spoken to don't know you. So you're not a PNP. You're a riser. You're a man who stand up behind Mark. And Mark no one Natalie, Nita, Garvey behind him. A sexy Jamaican woman. But him have you behind him. Constantly. Find that funny. But Dre, you're not a PNP. You're a riser. I don't know if they promise you something. I don't know what kind of discussions you have had with all of the other man them like you, that the PNP where pretend say them straight. I don't know. But hear me, young fellow. I'm going to say these things to you tonight. And I want you to take me serious, because if you don't, it will be at your own peril. Alright? Now, Natalie was threatening to get her lawyer to sue you. File those papers, pay a lawyer money just to file those papers and give you, so you can go file papers too. And get a lawyer and cause you for run up and down and get money and all of that. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I said to her, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me talk to Dre. Because Dre, a family member, is a member of my family, the LGBTQ family. So let me talk to him as a young member of the family. So Dre, may I talk to you? May I talk to you as I would talk to any other youngster in my community, or who I have a little bit of influence over. And I mean, I don't have the influence over those in my house, but I could talk to them. So I'm going to talk to you, Dre. Very simply. Cut it out. You hear me? Take my foolish advice and don't listen to the half madman on the Obia channel who has sent you out to go put up false things about Natalie Stark. To go run up your mouth and go out with all kinds of, I mean, cut it out. You hear me, Dre? I am cutting you some slack because you're a young fella, you're a family member, you don't know what you do, you're out here trying to defend a white man. I don't know when. Promise you, in you defending him and decide that this is the way for you to go to defend him. I don't know what the half madman from the Obia channel give you and say because him can't come out to come chat to nobody. He have to stay over in corner and still him have to say in a theme corner. So him can't come out because we lick him down. Metaphorically, not physically. So you, Dre, that them set up to come out here, to go up on page, go talk up all them good for something there, and do all kind of things, and feel like you're some kind of PMP donor, or you a big PMP. You're not PMP. I don't know no PMP, I know you. Me ask PMP people, they don't know you. And if PMP people don't know you're not PMP. You're the PMP, you're the JLP, you are nothing but a low-life riser. So hear me good, Dre. And when you hear me good, because me not come out here, come repeat myself. Cut it out. Find something else, though. Defend your white master any which way you want to defend him. But if you continue to call that at least that name, I'm going to bury you. You're a young fellow who have a bright future ahead of you. You don't want to get into this. You don't want to get into this, Dre. Don't let a little white man who trying to corrupt young minds, young Jamaican youth minds. Yours, Lawrence Rowe. Just look at what they did to Lawrence Rowe, no, Dre. And take with yourself, man. Run as fast as you can. Run and hide. And if you do have PMP inclinations, you have time. You have time. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be in that gutter with them. You have time to take yourself out of that, to rethink how you're going to proceed, if you're going to get yourself into the politics, and take sleep mark death. And if you don't want to take sleep mark death, just take Lawrence Rowe mark death. Cut it out, Dre. Not taking kindly to it. And not when beat you down. Not when bust your head. Not when lick you down. I'm simply saying to you, as a young member of the family, back it up. Just take it down a notch. Don't do it. Don't let them set you up upon that, because it's brutal out here, Dre. Believe you me, it's brutal. If we set the other dogs empire, we have on an orange shirt. Just general dogs. The mongrels, mix up with the shih tzu them, mix up with all the other one them. If we set them empire, Dre, you have to hide. And that includes member of the family. So, members of the family. So, Dre, my advice to you, as a senior member of the family, step it down, man. Don't follow Mark Golding. That's not going to help you. I'm only going to help you to nasty up your name, and people are going to come out here and nasty you up further, and by the time you look, you were a has-been who never was. So cut it out. Because you don't understand this, Dre. This is a war. This is a war for the heart and soul of Jamaica. This is a war. Black people, descendants of slaves, against a set of people who are the descendants of the slave owners. This is a serious war, Dre. And we need serious people out here to fight this serious war. This is a plaything. There's a thing where you can go on a page and start chat up some things and put up one picture and things so you can get away with it. Don't do it, Dre. Don't aggravate me. I don't want to waste the time on you. Truly don't want to waste the time on you, because we have Mark to deal with. And Leighton. I'm trying to protect you. Actually. I am trying to protect you. So I'm saying to you, Don't follow Tina Timers. Tina Timers a PNP. She can't go say anything she wants. Nobody can chat to Tina. And I wouldn't allow anybody to try to beat down Tina either. Because Tina a PNP. She go and do her thing. So you don't follow nobody. Nobody don't know you. You're a PNP. Nobody knows you. You just join the rice camp because them promise you something. And whatever out there wish you happy birthday and happy anniversary for whatever I do not know. But I'm saying to you, Dre, there are members of the resistance who said I should come out to come kill you. I tell them no. Not doing that. Not doing that. I'm just going to have a conversation with you and tell you that the little man, like a half mad man, that providing you with the push to do this, he can't do it himself. He can't do it himself. Because I'm going to slap a feet mouth. And we're not promoting any violence. I'm not a violent woman, Dre. I'm saying to you, back off. Got it, Dre? No. I hope you take that advice. And you can do your blogging and whatever you want to do. Just don't go there, sir. Don't touch one member of this resistance. Not one. Not even peace. Now tell you, take your eye off of that, take your name off of that, take your finger off of that. Don't cover yourself. Because it's brutal out here. Because we're fighting a war. And wars have casualties. You don't want to be one of those. I promise you. You don't. You're young. You're impressionable. You're inexperienced. You don't know nothing. You don't know zip. You have no idea what's going on here. So, take care of yourself. Over yourself. Tell the white man to go jump off the one gully. And if you want to select a gully, tell him you can try it at the Sandy Gully Bridge right up here, so we can see him. If that is the case. Don't take him on. Alright, Dre, my little nephew, take the advice and be good. Alright, Papa? I'm sending you some love and some understanding. Take it. I pray. I implore you. Take it. Anybody see Percy? Anybody see Percy? Has anybody seen Percy? Who know Percy? Percival Noel James. Anybody see him? Nobody see him. Nobody see Percival Noel James. Oh God. Lord of mercy. What is wrong with Percival Noel James Patterson? Can somebody please explain to me why this old man with a walking stick decide to come out here in the Jamaican political fire? But tell him, say, him not understand we're going out here, you know. Him think, say, when him come out here, him still in the view that it's just the news media, the regular mainstream media, is going to pick up on him thing, and him think him can bully somebody with him little, you know, I don't know, but I am kind of saddened by it a little bit, that Percival Noel James think that him should come out here and engage all of us in some misadventure of his about setting the record straight. So I feel that maybe tonight I need to set him straight, because I walk with a stick, so he's not straight. So I'm going to set him straight, because he doesn't seem to understand what's happening out here. It's very rarely, if ever, certainly not in my political lifetime, that I have seen a political leader of the stature of Percival Noel James Patterson come out and say something in the public sphere and got such vicious pushback. I've never seen anything like that, but not only a vicious pushback from the mainstream media, boy, George lick him down. I love you, George. George Davis, thumbs up, my brother. George lick him down. George lick him down, man. And him get that pushback from the mainstream media, and him getting the pushback from social media, those who don't support him, and those who never like him, and those who have never shown him any love and appreciation. And then to add to that, him have the JLP supporters who never like him from morning and now at night, the JLP supporters who believe that he helped destroy the country, and everybody going after him. And maybe it would not be such a bad thing if it was just us and the JLP people going after him. But to my absolute horror, you have all kind of riffraff going after him as well. Unknown riffraff people calling programs and diss him up and just posting things about him on them very little watched Facebook page. You go on our Facebook page, one man diss him up, almost about 2 people like it. I mean, people just diss you up, PJ, diss you up. Can you imagine that? First Prime Minister to win 3 terms straight. And people are diss you up. Can you come out and moan and a groan and a whine about all kinds of things, most of which is not true. Like, you know, it's not true. When PJ Patterson became Prime Minister of this country, his only desire at that point is to win elections. And on his way to become Prime Minister of this country, he decided that he's going to destroy the People's National Party. Because that's the only way he sees himself as winning elections. He's going to destroy everything. He mash up the communications commissions and departments. He mash up the party school, which he never liked from morning. He never liked that there is a party school that we all could go to and have people who hide the politics, who knows things, to teach us things, to help us understand things. So that was the first casualty of his reign as party leader, to destroy the Vernon Arnett party school, totally dismember it, mash down the PNP Human Rights Commission, which was a commission that helped PNP young people and old people with legal matters, not only to have lawyers that could they could come to party headquarters and a lawyer too would come and meet with them to talk about whatever issue them have land issue and title issue. But there was also the matter of young youth and young women too, who find themselves on the other side of the law and need legal advice and need lawyer. That was a very effective commission in the People's National Party. He dismembered that too. He dismembered the entire foundation of what we had come to know as the People's National Party, all in the name of winning elections. And he turned the People's National Party into an election machine. Only purpose was to win elections. So we were on constant election watch. Everything that we did was moving towards the next election. So there was no time for learning. There was no time for training. There was no time for building up young people, for building up other things. Even the YO fell in line with that. And we were supposed to be that vanguard to protect that process of learning and training and preparing those who were to come after us. He destroyed, him dragged us into that as well. He did. Him and him Black Man Time crew. They didn't force us, but they dragged us in it. He destroyed everything that we had come to know. Is Princess alive? Princess? Text me, Princess, and tell me some other commission in the PNP that PJ destroyed. Text me, Princess, please, and tell me. Commissions that were in the PNP. Bodies that served the PNP. That was everything the PNP stood for. What Norman Manley meant it to be. Norman Manley explained it. The People's National Party and the group process is for people who meet in their local, meet at their bar, meet at their shop, meet at them local farming community, and them get together, 5, 10 people, and them talk about issues and them form themselves in a group, and you carry forward that issue, and you have a party school. I used to go to party school. Half of what I know, maybe more, was learned from the Vernon Arnett School of Political Education. It was a forward-thinking, revolutionary thing. And he mash it down to build in political machinery, to win elections, in election machinery. And that's all it was. One election, then you move into talking about all kinds of things that don't make no sense. But we never knew that it never made no sense until afterwards. While he was enriching himself and enriching his black man time crew, the whole of them turned multi-millionaires and billionaires, including that piece of crap named Steve Ashley, who was a part of that, running him little orgies them, him uptown orgies them. I don't call nobody else name because nobody else out for social media trouble with. So I don't have to call the other man them name. But him, Steve Ashley, was part of that. Okay, I call up him name because him enough. If I made him have something to say about something and smarty, him was a part of that. It was a election machinery. So by the time he became prime minister, that's all it was. To win elections, to enrich himself, to enrich him black man time coup, to institutionalize corruption so he can make him money and win the next election. And at the end of it all, we suddenly discovered that he never do nothing for we. He never do nothing for none of we. None of we never do nothing for. And all out there, we all talk about it. He did absolutely nothing for us. While him enriching himself, him building highway, and him giving boots to the whole part of one part of the country for himself and him crew. And him and Omar was out there granting all kind of things to feed them crew, like Bignell them, and Matalan them, and Boots Stewart and them crew, Jardine and the whole of them. Give them for them part to keep them quiet while him and make fame. What's the matter with your person? You don't want to talk about them something, yeah? But you come out, not as a statesman, you come to insert yourself in this election campaign. And you come to insert yourself because you already told the country that you are the one who brought Mark into the PNP to make him leader. And after you admitted that, you can't stand the fact that we out here beat bad mind out of him. And we don't like him. Nobody don't love Mark. Nobody love Mark. Not a soul. And so you decide to come out here to come talk about your set record straight. Nobody can love you. How people love you? You never do nothing for nobody. PJ never do nothing for nobody. There's not a soul apart from him crew that can say that PJ did something for them. I can remember what Portia did for us. We can remember what Michael did for us. We can remember that Peter Phillips as party leader, what he did for us. PJ did nothing for us except turn us into robots to win elections. Used us as his robots to win election. And the only reason why the country survived PJ Patterson, Percival, the only reason why we survived him, the policy, thank you princess, the Policy Review Commission, the Vernon Arnold School of Political Education, the Legal Commission, and the Policy Review Commission. Him tear them down, dismantle them. The Policy Review Commission was a commission in the PNP where young people from universities and high school could come in and the people who sit on the commission could talk about what the PNP policy is, what the JLP policy is, which policy would be best for Jamaica. That was when we were PNP. It's PJ Patterson mash it up. And then he did the worst thing ever. I love Omar Davis, I now cuss Omar Davis, but then he made Omar Davis finance minister and he went to work to empower every racist, every rights man in this country. He went to work to empower them, to give them more power over us. And he basically sidelined the black-owned businesses for the white-owned businesses. Social Welfare Commission, thank you very much, Princess. The Social Welfare Commission, the Policy Review Commission, the Executive Members Commission, and the Executive Members Commission was a commission that basically trained people who looking to join the executive at some point. Prepare people what a party we were. What a People's National Party we were before Percy. What a PNP we were. I remember Jennifer Edwards and Danny Buck and Horace Dailly over the little part of the party headquarters. The Human Rights Commission. I sat there so many days and there and see how much people the Human Rights Commission, I meet several lawyers in the office. On a particular day, people come and them sit down on the tree and then them go in, go talk to the lawyers about them problem, and we help them. And Percy mashed on that. Oh, you expect nobody to love you? You did all of that, you think we forget? You think we forget, and maybe we would have forgotten if it wasn't for this war that we're fighting now. Maybe we would have forgotten. And God is God. And Jesus is his son, and he came and he died for us, and he's sitting at the right hand of God. God is God. There's a reason for everything under the sun. Everything. And for you, Percival Noel James, to come out here, boy, you set records straight. You're a disgrace. You are a disgrace. Thank God there's no school name after you. And if any government ever try to name after you, as long as I breathe, it's going to meet fierce resistance because of what you did. You were the first, you were the architect of the destruction of the PNP, which is why you like Mark and brought him forward, because you knew him would have finished demolish it for you. You knew that he would have finished mash it up for you. Mash up Norman Manley party by starting to talk about Norman Manley is that the founder of our party, which you, PJ Patterson, have been promoting for ages. You just quietly do it. I remember when Portia became leader on the stage that Sunday at the conference, that first Sunday, that first conference that she's addressing as leader, a portion of people sat at the back on that stage, rewriting her speech, rewriting Portia's speech. Why? Two of your henchmen, PJ henchmen, were there with Maureen Webber and some other people, rewriting the speech to include in the speech O.T. Fairclough. That's the first time I heard his name. Well, them talk about it in the party school, because them say me there with Norman. But nobody ever say most found of nothing. All the people were there with Norman. And I'm loaded there with Norman. Flashlight Gospel there with Norman. She's one too. All the people there with Norman. Iris King and so what about people there with Norman? And the first time I heard O.T. Fairclough's name inserted into a party leader's speech in such a major way was Portia's maiden speech to the conference, her first speech to party conference as leader. And it's you, Percival Noel, that sent your people to insert it in a Portia speech. After that, Portia never did it again. Portia never did it again because some people tell her to stop it. So Portia stuck with Norman Manley and Marcus Garvey and Sam Sharp and Nanny. Fear crew that in our speech. It's you, Percival. You, Percy, destroyed the foundation of Norman Manley's party and then went and got Mark and went to the NEC and boast to the NEC that you got Mark and you place him there. This British-born white man who don't represent us, don't speak for us, but you get him to finish mash it up. Why? Because you have always been envious of the Manleys. PJ Patterson have always been so envious of the Manleys that you want to take their name out of the history of the People's National Party. You are a wicked and selfish little old man when you come set record straight. See if you can stand up now when me done. Put out that stick and stand up straight. Let me see you. Mash up the PNP. Gave us Mark Golding. And I tell us that we should take him. Like you take a idiot. Because the second party plan, you destroy Peter Phillips. Because Peter Phillips don't fit into your mood. Peter Phillips, should he have had the opportunity to become Prime Minister, I was going to expose you and your black man crew, every crooked thing you want to do. Peter Phillips was threatening to do it. You couldn't have him. You had to destroy him. Because he was threatening every opportunity to get. Same going to investigate them. Because guess what? Nobody in the PNP knew the extent of your corruption, PJ, until it was over. It is the strangest thing. Most ministers of government never know. Because you have your black man time, man, them manipulating and them finger in every pie. For you to be who you are today. And you come out still trying to take off idiot. Like we're dopey or something. And they want to organize this thing. And my understanding is that the marks him for come and give him a script. Him say, no, if I come back and say anything he want to say. That's PJ. Him say, if he go, he going to talk anything, but he want to say, nobody tell him what to say. I want to come out and come moan and groan as to why we don't love him. And so they went. And the whole of them went with him. When they look like a group of old fogies, the whole of them is a disgraceful look. When they look old and tired, the PNP don't look shine again. The PNP look stale and rusty. Him sit down there and look down upon him, look a notebook, him come from vent. Him come from vent and make himself feel good. And the whole of them go there to a cock up with himself because we say PJ, we say. Well, of course. So the whole of them went. So Samba, she went to that, but she couldn't go to Socrates' funeral. And she and Socrates were friends. Me don't want one for friend, you know. Me don't want one for friend. Not at all. Me don't want one for friend. So here you go. Mark didn't want to go either. For the whole day. At that event, Mark was griping that he don't want to go, make PJ alone go. Mark was saying, make PJ alone go. He don't want to go. No one have nothing to say. Because I'm still a ball. He was still crying. He never stopped crying yet. But the man don't love PJ. And nobody loves Mark. So he went to that. And he got talk up him things. The man who single-handedly destroyed the PNP. And him go with all kind of things. To tell us that. We fi give him some love. Man, go here, man. Go here, man. You mash up the PNP and bring Mark Golding and know you come out and insert yourself in our elections. We will not hesitate. I want you to understand this, PJ. And those who are listening, go tell him. And all I know, we insert ourselves, including all them little man there, UWI. We are pull out all kind of analysts on our analysts. We go and analyze till God come. But let me tell you now, we will not tolerate anyone I know inserting on themselves in this election that the Jamaican people will have to make a choice in. We will not tolerate anyone. If you're not running for office, don't come out to come say nothing. If you're not involved, deeply involved in the politics and campaigning, don't come out to come open your mouth. Because if you open your mouth, we're going to lick you down. I mean that. Not literally. Verbally. Me. YouTube. You know? WhatsApp and Facebook. But you know? That. No. Don't come out here. Come try something. Because this is not about anyone. This is about Jamaica. This is about Jamaica. Mark didn't want to go to that function. Mark griped the whole damn day. Tell him he don't want to go. And if he make PJ alone go. I don't want to go. Make PJ alone go. And Sandra not will come with me. Sandra not going to go with you. Where's Sandra, Mark? We haven't seen Sandra for over a month now. People are getting vexed when me ask where's Sandra. What's wrong with you? Sandra, I have it from good source that you watch us. If you're alright, darling, just blink twice. Tie a yellow ribbon around the tree at the front yard because people pass all the while. We want to know if you're good. We want to know if you're good. We want to know if you're good, Sandra. We free you. We want to know if you're good. So, tie a yellow ribbon outside the fence. When them boy go up on the construction site, me ask them to check if them see the yellow ribbon. Mark didn't want to go. Bunting did not go. Bunting did not go. See, Bunting is far slicker than we think, you know. Him not going to go to that. And Leighton never going to either, because him busy to try to see if him can undo some of the damage that we did in Eastern Westmoreland. You can't do no damage on me, though. Ask Angela that. Consult with Angela and Paul Burke. And the damage me do down there, you can't undo. So, in a sense, you try that. You've got to try new things. But Danny, I want to see you, Danny. When I come back down, I want to see you. I see that JP announced that there's going to be some selection for some constituencies. And one of them is Central, is South Manchester. What do I do? Seriously. Because it appears to me that Mr. Holness have him seat them when one went down to a part. But Mr. Holness, who is my member of Parliament, who I support, I'm supporting Mr. Holness, not supporting Jamaica Labour Party, but I'm supporting my member of Parliament, Andrew Michael Holness, to continue to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. I'm supporting him for that. But it seems like him a ball and seat them wrap up already. Because una play a joke with Eastern Westmoreland, una play a joke with South Manchester. And I don't know if you don't understand the extent to which these are important in the scheme of things. So unless you don't want to see back them man there in a King Charles III Parliament, which we don't have the control over, is only the voters. But there are certain mechanics to that you are responsible for, and Marlon Morgan understands that. I gather from what he was saying on JPU that he understands that. There are certain things, certain mechanics, certain logistics that we have to maneuver in order to help the people make good choices. I don't seem to be falling down on that, and it's worrisome to me. It is. What can I say? So at PJ thing, Mark was looking very unhappy because he never wanted to go. And he tell them, said, no one go. Patricia Duncan Sutherland, as usual, prancing around looking like the clown that she's in her new clown suit. Like every time they keep something, she buy a new clown suit. I don't know what's wrong with Patricia Duncan Sutherland. I don't get it. Is the Duncan madness have increased or somehow? I mean, I don't know. You know, there was Tony Hilton. PJ that they are whining and a moan and a groan about nobody to love him, because nobody to love him. Mark didn't want to go because nobody loves Mark. I mean, Tony Hilton don't love Mark because he's asleep. So I don't love Mark. I sleep out the whole thing. So I don't love Mark. Patricia Duncan Sutherland, she don't love Mark neither. Look at her. Nobody love you, Mark. Nobody loves you. PJ don't love you. PJ don't love you no more because PJ set up a thing for you, you couldn't carry it out. PJ don't like people who can't carry out him little derricks them in him. Him little derelicts when they set up some little thing. And him have some people carry them out. You feel Mark to carry out that derelicts because him give the PMP, you're supposed to run with Peter Phillips, you're supposed to bring it together, you're supposed to make him come back and build it and show you how the campaign machine will work, and then you're supposed to go win and make him president. But you mess it up, Mark. Say no love you. PJ no love you, Mark. Not at all. PJ no love you. And Leighton no love you neither, Mark. How can Leighton love you? Leighton no love you mean that him get the key to pull the lock on the man's neck. Me I point out to you tonight, Mark, how we know that nobody no love you. Leighton no love you. This fool big head bud black man take out the key give you after you put chain round man's neck and then a black man neck. This big head bud house slave take key out of pocket give you. And him never had the sense to say that wouldn't work and that will look bad for you. He don't love you. He don't love you. Dailly don't love you, Mark. He don't love you at all. You know who else don't love you, Mark? Angela Brownberg, the witch. Your chairman for a broom. She don't love you neither. I mean, how could Angela love you? And you're going to have a connect to go sit around a table and talk to people, and somebody brought up a question about the pool, and she not beside you to kick you by your foot and tell you shut your mouth or touch you by your leg. Them don't love you, Mark. Nobody don't love you. Nobody loves you. I conclude a couple of weeks ago that Dennis don't love you neither. Dennis just go up Westmoreland and bust out all the things that when supposed to bust out to tell you, say, neither you nor your general secretary, now cut it. No love no Dailly. Ma, nobody no love you. And then, look at the JLP communication team. Look at what Tufton posted, Minister Tufton posted on his page after Minister Favour finished her presentation. That was spread about what was said and what was promised to the Jamaican people. Look at Marlon Morgan's stint on JPU last night. Look at that. This trapped-in young black man knocking you over, totally knock the senses out in terms of communication. While you're a communication person, down the South St. James, I try win a seat. She don't love you neither. Them don't love you, Mark. Them don't love you. PJ don't love you because him come just a groaning and a moaning and a whine. And him whining and groaning, and it's because him give you a job and you never carry out the job. So he don't love you. Dailly don't love you because him give you the key for pull chain from round my neck. Tony Hilton don't love you, they asleep. Probably the only person in that audience that maybe have a little love for you because the person was attentive was Carl Blake. They don't love you, Mark. Bunting don't love you because him don't come. And I thought that you two had such a strong love affair that nothing can break it. I mean, my view of both of you is that, yeah, you're seeing other people, but the relationship strong and we're not going to dead for each other. Punting ball, probably don't love you either. Nobody don't love you, Mark. There's nobody in Jamaica that loves you. Nobody knows South St. Andrew. All kind of things happen at South St. Andrew. Next week I'm coming out with that. Nobody don't love you, Mark. Nobody don't love you because everybody trying to one up each other. Everybody trying to win their own seat. Not even Sandra don't love you. Sandra don't want to be seen in company with you. But we don't know. We want to know what's going on with Sandra, Mark, because trust me, we will lick it out if that happened to Sandra. We want to know where is Sandra. Now? Nobody don't love you, Mark. Nobody. Big Nell and Matalan, them don't love you neither. Them want you help them protect the monopoly that they have over certain black businesses in this country, and we're going to bust up that too. We're just getting warmed up. Nobody don't love you, ma. Nobody don't love you. Nobody in this country. We made up a PNP people. Holy. Nobody. You know who put the love argument to them? Princess, you love Mark. Princess, you love the white man? Mark. Who that again? Who that again? The leader of the PNP. Oh, the white man there. He went named the we not tell her. We not telling her. The man. Yeah, man. In come on TV. Who was the leader of the PNP before PJ? Michael Manley. You know, PJ come from down here. Who was the first female leader of the PNP? Portia. So, what the leader of the PNP now? The man, what name there? The man there. We are wicked, can we never tell her? We're not helping them with that. So, nobody loves you, Mark, and nobody loves you, PJ. You know what? We love Norman Washington Manley. Jamaica, Liberals and PNP, love Norman Washington Manley. My love for boss says that he was so sweet. He just look like a girl's man. You know? But I love him also because he's a national hero. You know? Part of my civic duty as a Jamaican is to respect and nurture the memory of our national heroes and reflect on what they did and how they contributed to make our country what it is today. But Buster was a sweet boy too. Just like Norman, just like Michael. Nobody sweet boy. You're a sweet boy, Mark. Nobody don't love you. Nobody love Mark Golding. Nobody. Not even Sandra don't love Mark Golding. PJ don't love Mark Golding. Bunting don't love Mark Golding. Leighton don't love Mark Golding. Angela Brownburn don't love Mark Golding. Them don't love you, Mark. I would hate to think that I sit down somewhere with somebody who's supposed to love me and I'm about to say something about me and juke me from my foot and lick me and tell me to shut my mouth. That would have been love. Somebody when you get yourself in a problem. So I don't know how all of that going to come down. But I want to talk to the JLP people them finally. I want them to understand me tonight. The JLP people them, the bloggers, the ground operators, all of them. A word with you all. My head bursting still. You all see the polls them. All the polls them. Some sound ahead, some sound not. I am not a guru. I don't fancy myself to be a guru. I'm a grounds person. I know what people are thinking. I know when I talk to them. I know we can influence them. But I learned one thing, one simple thing about politics. There is one rule to politics and one rule only. And that rule is there are no rules. You understand me? The one rule of politics is there are no rules. Especially when it comes to an election campaign. You have to disrespect people, you have to lick nobody, you have to trouble nobody. There are no rules. The way that you are conducting this campaign, it appears to me sometimes that you're not cocky, I'm overconfident, I'm generally full of crap sometimes. That bothers me. That bothers me because in an election campaign such as this, where the Prime Minister is seeking a third term, and patriotic Jamaicans have a responsibility to ensure that Mark Golding does not become Prime Minister of this country. Patriotic Jamaicans, voters, teachers, lawyers, doctors, police, army, every single one of us have a patriotic duty to ensure that this white man who represents his country, England, does not become Prime Minister of this country. It is not a hard task. It is not easy, but it's not a hard task. It's not over until it's over. So somehow we're talking about George Wright can't lose, and somehow we're talking about Daddy got this, especially from Westmoreland. Listen to me, man. You need to understand yourself. Because you're not understanding yourself at all. You put in the work, you get the result. And by social media, talk about you can't and must. That can't put ballot in a box. It's the work. Have fun. Lick down all of the risers them on social media. Go out. We love the word for excitement. But at the end of the day, it's going to be who have the better ground game. You don't understand that, It's who have the better ground game going to win this. Yes, the money is important. It's a ground operation. That's going to deliver seats. I'm not telling you that from experience. Take nothing for granted. Take absolutely nothing for granted. And there are people that we're still not talking to, and we're still not reaching out to. And because we're not doing that, we're putting Jamaica in jeopardy. Yes, some GLP people may attack, some I wanna know myself. By not engaging with everybody from all 63 on every level, we're putting Jamaica in jeopardy too. Because when you go corner, with 10 Facebook friends or 100 Facebook friends, and go with that kind of excitement and think that way cut it. That way cut it. My only motivation is to save Jamaica from the prospect of a Mark Golding becoming Prime Minister of this country. It scared the living daylight out of me. And it should scare you too. And if you can't sell the argument to the Jamaican voters effectively, simply, then what are you doing? Let me repeat. This is not a game. It's a game, but not a game. The American people that went out, the Arab people from Michigan, and the Donald Trump Michigan, Arab people voted against their own best interest and gave him Michigan by about 1,200 votes, or I don't know, about less than that. So people vote against their own interest. If people are not understanding what you are saying, it simply means that you are not communicating to them effectively. You hear me tell you this? Let me tell you this. And I will boast about this. I don't have no regrets about it. It's not a boast, but I'm going to tell you this. When the 2016 vice presidential election started in the PNP, Angela was going to be a sure loser. She was about to lose to Lisa Hanna. You hear me? And I sat down with them and I said to them, where are the weaknesses? And then pointed out that the weaknesses were in the West, particularly Westmoreland. And I said, I'm going down there. Nobody asked me to. I said to Angela, I'm going down there. The day before I'm to go to Westmoreland, a number of the campaign people in Angela's camp tell her that them have them few little people and them fear if me go down there, me might go mash up that few little people there. Them couldn't win Westmoreland delegates. Angela had no more than maybe 20 delegates from the whole of Westmoreland. And Wayne Vassiani and Tiny them can tell you. And them tell her all kind of things. Remember it was raining the day I was cooking. And she called me on the phone. And she said, okay. And she went through a whole heap of things. They are saying this, and the team is saying that, and the team believes this, and the team believes that. And at the end of it all, she said to me, so what do you think? And I responded, I will tell you when I come back. Because I was going. She couldn't win unless I got down there. She couldn't win. Because Wickham McNeil and some others had already block it, have it for Lisa. When we roll into Westmoreland that Friday morning, I'm going to check the first set of farmer YO people them that I was their leader and sat them down and explained to them why it was important for them to switch that allegiance. I never had to go back to Westmoreland after that. Never had to. I'm just saying to you, you leave no stones unturned. And you find the argument to convince people as to why it is dangerous, and it would be dangerous for Jamaica to have Mark Golding as the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. And you have to explain it to them in simple terms that they would understand. You have to make them believe and know that this is about them and no one else. And that's the long and short of it all. So yeah, having the fun, do all kind of things. But we need to drop Danny. And Danny behave as if Danny behave like a damn punk. I don't mean to disrespect Danny, but you know, Danny don't understand. Somebody need to call him in and make him understand. So that is it. I want to thank all the people that contributed financially to the resistance tour that we went on. Thank you all very much. I don't think you know why I'm calling the names, so that way do that. There are some people who saying that they want to contribute for us to go again, because we have to go back to Westmoreland. Michelle, you're supposed to place the thing in the live so that people can. Oh, well. All right, I just got some new things, so let me see. Michelle, you need to. Oh yes, post it in the live. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, post it in the live. Michelle is going to post the information on how you can contribute. There are some people who clearly wants to know Jews-land. So when they want to contribute, them call and them say them coming to Jews-land, and they have come. There's another group coming on Saturday, a group of 3. I probably have to bake a cornbread. Make sure I have to sorrel beer or something. When I'm watching the live, so when I text me and let me know should I bake a cornbread? Would like to, should bake a cornbread so you can have out. It seems like a lot of people want to know Jews-land. You are welcome. Jews-land is a safe and wonderful place to come to. Is there anything else? Is there something I'm missing? Michelle, Princess, Nats? Is there anything I'm missing? Huh? I don't see nothing. Nobody talking to me? Alright. So, without... Let me just... Oh, mercy. Somebody reminded me that when Mark started to talk at the little thing that PJ went to set him bend himself straight. That when Mark started talk, by the time Mark started talk, the food done. So once the food done, a lot of people start leave. But the wicked, you know what? The food done when Mark started talk, some people started leave. You know, you got them function, the food done, people start leave. So that is that. So without anything else, I don't believe we have anything else to talk about. I thank you all so very much for joining me. God bless you all. Stay safe, everybody, and please do keep the children safe. Until next time, take care. Good night.